क्या करती है मॉडलिंग करती है there was more respect for another friend of mine who's probably like studying law. It's okay that a new dad also falls short of 3 promotions. It just shouldn't be the mother. Normalizing breastfeeding is extremely important. We don't want to be stared at or frowned upon or looked down upon when we're doing that in public.
हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक टू द मेल फेमिनिस्ट. हाय नेहा, कैसी हो आप?
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ.
मजा आ गया यार आपसे मिलके. लास्ट टाइम आई
Thanks.
मेट यू हैड अ बेबी. टुडे गुरिक इज आउट एंड अबाउट.
Yes, out and about and how. Yeah.
ममत्व पे आएंगे हम.
हाँ.
बट उससे पहले लेट मी आस्क द बेसिक क्वेश्चन.
Which is,
व्हाट इज फेमिनिज्म फॉर यू एंड आर यू अ फेमिनिस्ट?
I feel like everyone has a voice. And you can use it, and it's got nothing to do with your gender. What ends up happening is a lot of times, especially the environment that we are raised in or we live in, we are made to believe that there is one gender that's superior and one that's inferior. Now, to fight that, there is a voice that comes up. And somewhere, I would imagine that that voice is understood as being possibly a feminist voice, but I really think that the world should be gender neutral in more ways than one. But having said that, just because someone's a woman, their voice shouldn't be curbed either.
फेयर इनफ. तो आपने तो बहुत ही सुंदर तरीके से ब्रेक डाउन कर दिया इस बात को. वी डू दिस इन 3 phases ऑफ लाइफ. ठीक है. तो बचपन जब घर का आप लोगों ने देखा, फिर द मिडिल फेज ऑफ लाइफ एंड व्हाट्स करंटली गोइंग ऑन. तो बचपन में घर में क्या माहौल था आपका? फादर, ब्रदर, घर का काम कैसा होता था कि औरतें ही करती थी? एंड हाउ मच कंट्रीब्यूशन वाज देयर फ्रॉम द फादर्स और द ब्रदर्स साइड? कोई घर आया तो पानी देने की जैसे जिम्मेदारी होती है ना, वो महिलाओं की होती थी या मर्द भी करते थे? या कोई कंट्रीब्यूशन जैसे घर का खाना बनाना हो या चाय बनाना हो? जैसे मेरे पापा 4 बजे की चाय बनाते हैं शाम की. इट्स अ गिवन, मतलब वो नियम है.
I think, for me, my dad was the ultimate grocery shopper.
Really?
Yeah, the ultimate grocery shopper. And there was a joy. मतलब उनके पास एक बहुत, जब हम बहुत छोटे थे, ESD होती थी, तो उसके पीछे हम सब बैठ के, it was an event. And
वो अच्छी सब्जी चुन पाते थे?
अच्छी सब्जी चुनते थे.
क्या बात?
And then my mom just like, she's the kind of person who will fry an egg and it'll be amazing. Like I'm telling her, she says there's a jet lag. I don't even know why she doesn't have like a cloud kitchen or something. So my dad shouldn't do the cooking under any circumstances. So the contribution for mom and dad was equal. I had an older brother. I mean, I have an older brother, and the difference between him and me is 10 months. So we were raised like twins.
There weren't any girl child restrictions like इतने टाइम पे आना है या ये करना है, ये नहीं कर सकते, वो नहीं पहन सकते types?
The teenage life over there. No, for sure. We were raised in Delhi. I was thinking still school.
Yeah.
Once we started going out, yeah, for sure. I mean, there would be multiple. उस time नया cell phone भी आया था. And, multiple calls. और मेरी mom तो मतलब सड़क पे घूमती थी 3 बजे सुबह तक, waiting for me to come home.
But आपको 3 बजे तक allowed था, वो भी बहुत बड़ी बात है.
वो तो because you started modeling and stuff, right? I started modeling when I was 18.
Now you skip timeline.
Okay, sorry. Coming back to teenage
So
years.
college में you did have a timeline curfew, and then during modeling your mother would be like, हाँ काम पे गई है, but
yeah, like
late हो रही है.
simple things. My brother went to a different college in South Campus. I went to a different college in South Campus, but my pickups and drops were fully like taken care of. Or मतलब
he had the freedom to come whenever.
No, I think that on the contrary, bichara, he had to come on his own. And I had the comfort of getting picked up and dropped.
बहुत अच्छा है.
बाहर जाने के लिए, I don't remember fighting this battle that he can go out and why can't I go out. He would just go out. And I would just inherently be like, no, maybe it would worry my parents and that's why I need to be careful. झूठ बोल के तो मैं भी कई बार गई हूँ घर से. So, everybody does that in their
वो तो teenager जिंदगी में आ गया, वो और या college bunking जिंदगी में आ गया. So, coming out to the college bit or dating life whenever, were you ever the person who asked guys out?
No, I mean, does flirting count?
Yeah, flirting, sure. I mean, you'd flirt back, yeah, but...
Yeah, like in a room, I would know who I want to, like...
Flirt with.
Not flirt with, but in a room full of people, I would know that where I want to invest my time.
Perfect.
And nothing wrong with that.
Super, no?
But I'm definitely the kind of person who's like ditched my girlfriends once in a while if I want to flirt with someone.
I'll go and move on to the next phase, which is you've become Miss India and, you've had your amazing achievements and things like that. So, at this time, it's a different path chosen. And this is 2002 we're talking about. तो बाकी दुनिया के क्या comments, family support कैसा था? What were the people around you talking about? क्या था?
दूर दूर तक हमारी फैमिली में कोई भी ना एक्टिंग ना मॉडलिंग ना कुछ, like nobody in our family has done it ever.
अच्छा.
I think that if I hadn't won, things would have been very different for me. My upbringing was based a lot on everything else is over and above and everything else is below this, but your key and your only wealth you have in life is your education. At that point when I had come, there's always like क्या करती है
ताने?
क्या करती है, modeling करती है, अच्छा, and then there was more respect for another friend of mine who's probably like studying law in the room. So like that bit I've also experienced a little bit, but not from my family, not from my parents.
Do you sleep soundless sleeps?
Soundless sleep, मतलब strange ना, it is so strange. Like I used to be the kind of person कि मतलब मुंह खोल के सो देती मैं, मतलब करके जब चाहे चले गए वो वाला scene.
Like the घोड़े बेच के
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, and Angad included. But I'm a little jealous of the way he sleeps because one is snore sleep, तो वो तो है नहीं उसकी, but there is a different level of sound sleep. कुछ भी हो जाए कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अब तो मतलब मेरे जो we live on the 4th floor 5th floor पे अगर हल्का सा they have a pet, तो वो कुत्ता भागता भी है ना, टिक 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 टिक, उस आवाज से मैं उठ जाती हूँ. सब ठीक तो है. It's just impossible. And when there is nothing to worry about, you're still worrying about something or the other. कि कल ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा.
So it's not something to do with the babies, it's just generally.
Yeah, we just have done this to ourselves. Like I promise you, I was not मतलब कभी भी ऐसे नहीं होता था मेरे साथ that I would over worry about anything. I would just like, I'm the kind की brush it on the carpet, रात गई बात गई. The night will sort itself out.
Super.
पर बच्चों के साथ तो it's like गए लिफ्ट में से गए, लिफ्ट ना बंद हो जाए, अच्छा गाड़ी सीट बेल्ट पहनी, सीट बेल्ट पहना, ये हाईवे कितने बजे पहुंचे, आपको 6:30 आना था, अभी 6:33 हो गए, अभी तक. It's just non-stop.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
एक तो self aware बनना बहुत जरूरी है. I think that helps everybody. 2, finding a partner who supports you, works well with you, bounces off ideas, debates, has a great environment to be created is super good. How is responsibilities divided between Angad and you? What is the scene like?
See, as much as you have a supportive husband, as much, there are things that I will do and I'll just do it. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it better. I just feel I'm going to do it faster than him. And then there are things that he'll do and they come under him and that's his skill set, and that's what it is. It's not like we have divided duties. It's not like you are doing this. We work around each other. We're a nuclear family.
So essentially divided responsibilities, and जो एक couple के साथ हो रहा है can't be like copy pasted to multiple people is what I've understood. Can I quickly talk about the breastfeeding experience? I think
yes.
Public may you'd basically question like how is this going to be normalized ever? Like how can we become better as a society towards mothers?
I feel like making it far more comfortable. The reason why I started Freedom to Feed was also because it made me uncomfortable to breastfeed in public. And I saw I was taking a pump and going inside a toilet on an airplane, and I was just like, why am I being made to do this? Or like take my kid inside and feed. But the first way we're going to normalize it is by not sexualizing it.
Yeah.
But you can't blame people. Their entire lives, they're wired, like men are wired to believe that, it's a sexual thing. And the thing is that, and we come from a conservative society, and people just have to understand that, it's not okay to like stare down at a woman. But we're going to feed our children no matter what. What makes us uncomfortable is is the fact that we don't want to be stared at or frowned upon or looked down upon when we're doing that in public or be sent to a bathroom. And I feel that normalizing breastfeeding is extremely important.
There was a mother, I was traveling in a train college ke time pe, and she turned fully towards the corner. Niche wali jo berth hoti hai us pe, and she fed the child, and then she turned around, and I was just like, why is she staring into the corner? Like, what is happening?
But you think that, not everybody.
And then immediately it clicked that that's what's happening. So and then I realized that there was at least one man from across the bogie who was just like, just like.
They do that all the time. I mean, of course, things were different from my first child and my second child. And, I remember when Meher was like 41 days old, I took her on roadies and we traveled all over Kerala, and I was doing this. And I was just like, every 3 hours, I was just like, I need to go feed my child. And then the whole unit would be like, ab lunch break kar lete, ab chai break. So, you have like, and this is a set where you have 250 people and the main key makers don't even have children and they understand. And I was just like, and you know, when you do your video diaries and stuff, I was just telling them ki thoda sound upar karke, I would put on my pump. It was a 40-minute cycle on my pump. And I'd be like, you cut to close. And wo chal raha tha. Like, I just normalized it. And I was doing it everywhere, on the set, over here, over there.
For real?
Yeah, for real. But you have to talk about it a lot more.
Thank you. Thank you for being that strong voice that we need. No, I really appreciate it.
Soon after birth, it's the nights are long and, you know, it's lonely, and you come from a place where you've been working every day for 20 years. You'll do anything to go back and to live your life, and you just want to be like included in everything. And I feel like including new moms and making it better and safer and making them more able in the circumstances they're there is so important, and people need to do that. ये paternity leave के बारे में भी बस ये कहना चाहती हूँ that men need to be supportive enough, not just to the child. कि not कि जब तक neck balancing हो और वो स्नान लेना शुरू कर जाए और जब तक in-laws or parents आ जाएं, so then you go back. No. I mean, even if it means that you need to sometimes take a step back and think that, you know, in the hierarchy of the system, it's okay that a new dad also falls short of 3 promotions. It just shouldn't be the mother. I want to see women give birth and then, you know, hold their positions at work and not have some, you know, 28-year-old taking a charge when they come back a year later. You know, that shouldn't be happening.
आपने रोडीज पे जो बोला था, it's my choice. That's the biggest set of comments we've gotten on the Bombay Journeys episode that we had done, by the way. मतलब हर तीसरे comment में आ जाता है. तो the way things are blown out of proportion is that the landmark thing that becomes a judgment for a person. And how can the world move on? Like, can we move on from it? Can we talk about something else? Or what is your current situation on it? Like, thought?
No, it's just something I have to live with, I think. And I'm fine with it. I need to give you the setting of it. And the setting was very simple. There was somebody who's standing across and saying, because that partner cheated. And I was just like, you were taken, like...
Oh, you answered the bit about cheating being her choice and not the hitting bit. And then that became
Yes. So I was just trying to use my words correctly. And I was just like, you know, between the two, the lesser of the two evils... infidelity and her being with 5 guys after breaking up with you, but that's her choice. That's what I said. And that was blown out of proportion.
Is there a message to the 16-year-old Neha that you would like to give?
You were beautiful just the way you are. And I wish I'd realized that.
Yeah.
I fought too hard. I was a typical teenager, always trying to compare myself to others and always trying to be this other person, always thinking that, you know, I'm not thin enough, I'm not fit enough, I mean, everything was on the outside and everything was on the exterior. And I was judging myself just, you know, by the cover. Literally, if I go back and see my photographs, I was just like, I'd do anything right now to look like that. And I wish I'd enjoyed that a lot more.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I have a very good friend who thinks like that. So anyway.
I know so many young girls who think like that. And I want to tell every 20-year-old and every 16-year-old and every 21-year-old, you're beautiful. And I just want to tell them, girls especially, you're really fighting the wrong battles. In fact, there are no battles. There's no such thing like youth. It's never going to come back. Don't waste it. Don't waste it on yourself. Don't waste it on anyone else. Just enjoy your life.
So this is basically the 16-year-old Meher ke liye quote bhi. Perfect.
Yeah.
Super. If she watches this.
You're beautiful just the way you are.
So cool. And what should men stop telling women? Just 2 or 3 things that you would have in mind.
Mansplaining in the gym has to stop.
Yeah,
like form, elbow straight. Like, go tell another guy. Like, I've seen that a lot in the gym. It has to stop. Like, why don't men correct other men? Why do they come and they'll be like, even men trainers and other men, they'll be like, you notice that, huh? Back straight करके form अपना किसी और को जाके बताओ ना, fight someone your own size if nothing else. मेरे को क्या बता रही हो? मेरे को सब मालूम है, तुम अपना देखो.
Thank you so much for being on the Male Feminist. You've been amazing.